So, can you describe the three main parts of the web architect that you design?
Yes, sir, I can. It was the front end, the back end, and the database. The front end is the user interface that our user is going to be interacting with. Our back end takes and processes requests from the front end and basically accesses the database. And the database involves, data storage and management.
Nice, nice. Okay. All right. And how did you set up the VPC, including the public and private subnets? Yeah, you can be brief. You don't have to be super detailed because it's an extensive process, but just kind of like an overview of how you did it.
Oh, okay. Create a VPC in the networking and content delivery section of the service tabs of AWS, and you want to enter a proper address and hit create. We created two public and two private subnets within the VPC. The public subnets access to internet, and the private subnets are used for resources that don't need access to internet.
What were your expectations before starting bootcamp, and how well did the program meet them?
I was expecting, not gonna lie, I was
Yeah.
expecting coding, even though you did explain to me that it's not necessarily coding.
Mhm.
And it like it was similar to it for me. Like I could see the similarities between it and I could actually understand what I was doing because of the prior experience I had to this. And reading some of these names like subnets and instances, it really does make sense when I was taking my AP computer science principles class, and it kind of like turned over into this boot camp.
Awesome. Nice, nice. Okay. Can you describe a specific project or lesson from the bootcamp that significantly enhanced your cloud engineering skills?
My Linux, the Linux project, I felt
Mhm.
like I was an absolute boss at that. I feel like if you throw a terminal into me, I'm really like working into it because that was actually like one of my favorite things to do. The terminal was.
Nice, nice, nice. Okay. And this is kind of like the combo question, so it's kind of like a two-part. So,
Mhm.
what I'm going to say, what aspects of the boot camp did you find most beneficial for your professional growth? And also, what would you say to someone who's considering enrolling?
I'm sorry, could you repeat the first part again?
Yeah, yeah. So, what aspects of boot camp did you find most beneficial to your professional growth, or technical growth? And what what would you say to someone who's considering enrolling into the boot camp?
So first, I'm gonna deal with the last part.
Yep.
To something I would say to the person that wants to enroll in the boot camp, I would say that even if you don't finish the project, you will still learn so much because, like you said, this is a senior level project. So to already understand how to create subnets, instances, VPCs, EC2s, it's such a great skill to have because you already have these like baseline senior level abilities. So when you start out and you're not fully understanding it, you'll understand the beginner part and you'll be able to grow quickly because you already learned the higher up stuff. So the lower stuff is going to be easier and come to you quickly. Now, I would say the best thing I took from this boot camp would be like honestly the whole entire boot camp because
Oh,
learning AWS, I didn't even know that like AWS had, well, Amazon had a workspace like that at all. So knowing that like, other places like Google Cloud and Microsoft have workspaces like that too, it's so interesting and knowledgeable because not you don't only have to sit with Amazon. Like I can go to Google or Microsoft and I already have an understanding of this because I started here. So I can take that knowledge and transfer it to other places.
awesome. Beautiful. Okay, so you already know what your next steps are is to sit for